Hello everyone, this is Nirjar Gupta from Department of Civil Engineering, SIRT Bhopal under the SAGE group. In today's lecture of the Transportation Engineering, we are going to study about the super elevation of the road. If we see about the super elevation of the road, that is nothing but simply if the raising of the outer edge with respect to the inner edge in order to counterbalance the centrifugal force and also to reduce the tendency of vehicle to overturn. Here if we see, suppose we are having a road in that we have provided the inner edge and the outer edge such that this is the outer edge and this is the inner edge, then in such a way that we have to provide the super elevation, and that is being provided generally on the curve where we have to counterbalance the centrifugal force and also to reduce the overturning of the vehicle. We'll just raise the outer edge of the pavement, we'll raise this outer edge of the pavement so that we can get a slope like this. We can get a slope such that this is the outer and this is the inner, and we can just reduce the overturning of the vehicle by simply providing the super elevation. So we have to keep one thing in mind, that both the super elevation and the cross slope, that is the camber, they both are the cross slope and they cannot be provided together. If we are moving on a straight road, we have to provide the camber, and as we are approaching to the turns or to the curve, we have to provide the super elevation. Now if we see the formula that how we have to provide the super elevation, then we have a very simple formula as E plus F equal to V square upon 127 R, in which if we see here the E stands for super elevation, that is we denote the super elevation by the small letter E. If we see about the F, then this is the coefficient of friction, and also in friction if we see this coefficient, then this is the lateral coefficient, this is the lateral friction, and if we see the values, then we have the lateral friction value as equal to 0.15. The maximum value as per the IRC for the lateral friction is 0.15, and similarly if we see about the V, then V is velocity of vehicle, V is velocity and that too in kilometers per hour, and R is radius of the curve, R is radius of curve, that too in meters. So if we see this formula, we have very beautifully designed and derived this formula, and we can say we have simplified this formula for the use, for the convenience of the competitive exams also, in which we are using the E and F, they are dimensionless, in which we are using V, that is in the kilometers per hour, and generally in the competitive exams questions are given in the form of kilometers per hour only, that is the velocity is given in kilometers per hour, so we can directly put the velocity, and radius generally is given in the meters, so we can also put the radius also in meters. So this is all about the formula of the super elevation. Now if we move ahead, we have some special cases, we have special cases like that. If we see the first case, then it says that if centrifugal force is fully balanced by the super elevation alone, that means super elevation is only balancing the centrifugal force, then the coefficient of friction, that is small f, is assumed to be 0, and such value of super elevation is known as equilibrium super elevation, and many a times that has been asked in the competitive exams also, that what do you understand by equilibrium super elevation. Now if we see here, we have in this statement it is being said that if generally we have formula as E plus F is equal to V square upon 127 R. Here the first statement is saying that if centrifugal force is fully balanced or by super elevation alone, here if we see and we focus on the word alone, then it means then this F is considered as 0, and this term is known as equilibrium super elevation. So if we further simplify this formula, we will get as E equilibrium as V square upon 127 R. E square, this is the 7 only, is V square upon 127 R. This is the direct formula for the equilibrium condition, and whenever it is being asked in the question about the equilibrium, then we have to remember one thing, that the coefficient of friction, that is small f, is considered as 0. This is the first special case, and if we see under such condition of the equilibrium super elevation, the pressure at the inner and the outer tire will also be the same. Here we are, suppose if we are considering the four-wheel vehicle, then here this, if suppose if this is the inner and this is the outer tire, then in both the cases, the tire pressure will be the same. But if the coefficient of friction is coming into the action, then we are not having the tire pressure same. So this is all about the special cases. Now if we move ahead, then we have the standard values of the super elevation, that too based on as per IRC conditions, Indian Road Congress conditions, in which if we see the maximum super elevation, we have to always remember the conditions of the maximum super elevation. It says that for the urban areas, the maximum super elevation is limited up to the 4%, and if we see about this 4%, which is equal to the 0.04. Similarly, under the terrain of plain and rolling, we have to provide maximum of 7%, that is considered as 0.07, and under the mountainous and steep slope, the maximum super elevation provided is 10%, that is 0.10. So this is the maximum values of super elevation. Now we have to see about the minimum values. Always the minimum, as super elevation and the camber both are the cross slope, so minimum value is equal to the camber of the road. We have already discussed about the camber of the road in the previous video lectures, so you can just view that also. And the if we have the maximum values of the camber also as per the IRC specifications, so the maximum value of camber will be the minimum value of super elevation. So if we just form a relation between the maximum and the minimum, then we can obtain as the range as E minimum, that is the camber of the road will lie somewhere between the actual value that has been worked out and the maximum value. So always the value of the super elevation will vary from maximum to minimum, and minimum is the camber of the road and maximum is the values as discussed over here as per the IRC. So this was all about the super elevation, that how we are providing the super elevation, what is the formula of the super elevation, what is the maximum values of the super elevation. In the next video lecture, we'll be discussing about the derivation of the super elevation and how we are designing the super elevation. I thank you all for patiently listening and viewing the lecture. Thank you.